Well, happening right now, practice has finally started for the teams in the Final Four of March Madness. And the Auburn Tigers are in the Final Four for the first time in the team's history. WAAY 31 Sports Director Lynden Blake is live in Minneapolis, Minnesota, where the Tigers are getting ready for the big game. Hey, Lynden.
Hey, Naja, I'm on a Viking ship outside of U.S. Bank Stadium. It's normally where the Minnesota Vikings play, but the purple's been covered up with orange and blue and the other Final Four teams as the entire city is prepping for these huge games coming up this weekend. Most of downtown is shut down, so fans have the opportunity to walk around to and from the stadium. This is really just quite the event they put on every year, and it's so special for the Auburn Tigers, who are making it here for their first time ever.
And describe the environment around the city right now.
Well, everyone's very excited. There's been I've spotted some Kentucky fans. That's who Auburn beat to get to this point. But the thing that's different between Final Four in basketball and, say, a football national championship, people use this event every year, no matter if there are teams in it or not, to come out and watch the best basketball of the year. So I've been talking to people that have lived here, and they're very excited for the event. They tell us it's a little bit cold right now, and they wish they could move it to summer because that's when this Minnesota weather is in its prime. But we're all bundling up, and it's going to be a great weekend of basketball way up north.
Yeah, I can tell it looks chilly. I don't think we envy their weather at all. But have you seen Auburn fans, and do you know when the rest of them will get to town?
I haven't seen too many Auburn fans here, but I've talked with a handful, and they're actually coming tomorrow and Saturday. So they're making their way up. I've seen on Twitter people talking about carpooling and taking their vehicles all the way. I think the drive's about 14 hours from Huntsville, so it's really far away, but Auburn fans are doing everything they can to come up here. And I spoke with one on the phone today that's coming all the way from Florida, and he's asking me to be on the lookout for where Charles Barkley is going to be throwing his party. Back when Auburn made it to the national championship in football in 2014, he was out there hosting all these big events. So everyone has their eye out for old Chuck to see when he'll get up to the city and hang out.
Yeah, he's legendary, right? I mean, it's a long drive, but this is history well worth the travels. So what is the schedule for Auburn for the rest of the week?
So today practice was closed. That's why you won't see any video of Auburn practicing on air today. Media was not invited. We could only speak to them in the locker room. Tomorrow, however, they'll practice again in the morning, and that will be open, so we'll be able to video the first 15 minutes as well as talk to players and Coach Bruce Pearl again. And then Auburn will have one more shoot around Saturday morning before they tip off against the Virginia Cavaliers at 5:09. So prime time for a basketball game. Auburn's number 5 seed taking on the number 1 seed in Virginia. So we'll see if the Tigers can keep making history and keep living out their dream and get a win in the Final Four that will send them to the national championship game on Monday. Naja?
Well, we are all pulling for them here in Huntsville. Good stuff. Thank you, Lynden. We look forward to hearing from you throughout the day.